Hey, are you ready to go? All you bitches and hoes.
All tea, all shade. Bitch, it's Texas made.
It's the Joel and Randy Show.
Ooh,
Girl, the neighbors are calling the po-po.
The girl, I'm black. We don't need no police over here. We do not need any police. Welcome to Joel and
You're
Randy's.
fine. You're with a white girl.
I know. I thank God.
Just like I told that cab
Yeah.
driver the other day. There were police all over the place. He said, "Oh, we can't go down this road." I said, "Darling, I'm white." We
White
can go
privilege
anywhere.
in action. White privilege
White
in
privilege,
in action.
privilege.
Welcome to our show. This is Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. We're airing live on iTunes. Well, no, not live, but we're recording our show on iTunes and Spreaker. So you can pick us up on either one of those outlets to listen to our show.
Well,
Mhm.
and we are having tea.
We are
of
having
course.
Texas tea.
I've got the jumbo glass
Mhm.
because I don't want to go to the kitchen every 5 minutes.
And I have the small glass because I am a horrible, horrible drunk.
He is not.
Lord, me and liquor, we just don't handle each other very
kind
well.
Of inappropriate really
I
fast.
get inappropriate really fast. I get handsy. I'm one of those handsy drunks where I'm like, girl, I love you. I
Not to
love
me.
you.
Not to me.
I love you.
Not to me.
Well,
But
he's
he
the only
gets
man-
handsy
yeah.
with
Well, he's pretty much the only man in the room, so too many.
Girl.
It'll turn into porn real fast.
It's so warm.
Really bad porn.
And why?
Or a PSA for no. No.
No.
No means no.
No means no. It never means yes.
It
means
never
no.
never means yes. Now, we actually tried to do a first recording,
We did.
and guess what? The microphones weren't hooked
The
up.
microphones aren't.
And we did a whole hour before we realized that the microphones weren't
So
hooked
I
up.
have to apologize. I'm not sunburned.
Mm-mm.
I'm just drunk.
Okay.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm all
Mhm.
red,
What?
and I'm like the.
You could have easily just blamed that on your allergies. You had to tell
No,
me.
are you kidding?
Because
I'm so blushing.
because
and I'm not drunk.
we're in Houston, Texas.
Drunk,
It's 90-something
but-
degrees outside. It's a
No,
little,
I blush like this.
mhm. It gets a little warm, and the allergies get all out of control. So,
Just been drinking.
She's had a couple. I have to direct this, so I can only have one or two. But
There's no direction.
there's never any direction. Our show is so directionless, it's ridiculous. Except for
That's what makes it fun.
last week's show.
He edited.
I had to edit. It
I
was the
had to
first
ask
time,
you
by
to
the way,
edit.
I had to edit for our
And
podcast. I mean,
heard
it was
that
just.
podcast. I don't know if you did.
You will hear a little skip because I asked
I
Randy to
didn't
start
even
talking.
listen.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know.
even listen to the podcast because I was worried about hearing that. It
Mhm.
was all my fault. But let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not
Gina.
go there. Let's not go there, Gina. Let's talk about some
This
subjects.
just in.
Oh, let me bring up something that I said in the last episode,
Oh.
that I'm thankful that we're on YouTube, that I can say this so people can see it as well as hear it on
I'm
the podcast.
intrigued.
Heterosexuals, stop making jokes about gay rape in prison. You
Yeah.
need to stop with that.
No,
That is not funny. It is not funny for you to walk up to a gay person and make those kind of jokes.
That actually happened to you
That
at
actually
a grocery store.
that
which
actually
is
happened
so
to me.
weird. At the gay Kroger.
Yes, at the gay Kroger, walking down, picking up something off of the floor. I do have a nice butt, by the way. For a man my age, I have a pretty good butt. I've been told this by a number of young women. But still, I'm bending over to pick something up.
Yeah,
A
well,
so-called
he has
friend-
an advantage.
A
you know.
so-called friend of mine
He's black.
said, hey,
On the big, beautiful butt thing. Anyway.
he said, hey, you would do well in prison. You have a nice butt. What is, I had to stand up and turn around and do this. Now, when a gay man raises his finger, You about you. It's on.
It's on.
It's on. It is not funny. It was not funny when he said it, and
Nope.
it's still not, and it never will be funny.
It never will be.
To insinuate that I would have a good time in prison because I'm gay is
Right.
the most awful thing that a person
It
can
is
say.
an awful thing.
It's an awful thing.
I have a friend who was in prison
Mhm.
for 5 years. He had his nose broken twice, his jaw broken once, because he didn't want to be raped.
Mhm.
It's called rape.
It's called rape.
It's not sex.
It's not sex at all.
And it's disgusting.
It's not
for
all this.
straight people to think. And yeah, I'm singling you out because there's no gay man in the world that would ever say, I want to go to prison because I want to have sex.
No gay man has
no.
ever said that
No.
or ever will say that, and it's not funny.
And no
Stop
straight
it.
man would ever say it either. And it happens every day.
Mhm.
And we'll never get more serious than we are right now.
Mhm.
Rape is rape.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if you're a woman, if you're a man.
It's rape.
Rape is rape.
So stop with the prison gay jokes. They are not funny.
And any jokes when
Mhm.
it comes to men being raped. And by the way, Joel, I
Mhm.
said this on what we thought we were recording
Mhm.
the podcast when we were doing it. Men do not talk about it. And
Mhm.
I've said this on a prior podcast. And I get
Mhm.
very upset about this. We don't think we're allowed to talk about it.
Mhm.
We are.
Mhm.
We are. We can.
And we should.
And
And we should
we
more
should.
often. More often
More often,
talking.
because it doesn't just happen in prison.
Mm-mm.
It happens all the time.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
nobody discusses it. Nobody
Mm.
wants to.
Mm-mm.
Well, it happens,
Mhm.
and I think it's just despicable that people make jokes about it.
Yeah, exactly. So
No man wants
mm-mm.
to be.
Nobody
forced
wants to.
into
No man, no
sex.
woman, nobody. No man, no
Yeah.
woman, no child. Nobody wants to be forced to
So
do
y'all
something they don't
remember
want to.
that, straight people
Mhm.
out there who are stupid,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not all stupid. We love you.
We do. We do.
But
Sometimes.
dumbass rednecks, not necessarily
Mhm.
rednecks, black necks, green necks,
Mhm.
blue necks.
Mm-hmm. Stop it.
Stop it.
Just stop it. Now that's the only time we're ever gonna be serious.
Enough said.
Enough said. Let's go on with the show, girl. Let's go on,
Girl.
girl. Let's talk about Miss Meghan Markle.
Well, she's getting married on
Mhm.
Saturday, and her fucking family, they're crazy.
They are having they are kind of, well, it's mostly on the father's side. There's a little bit on the crazy.
no.
Well, I mean, come on.
I don't know about the mother's side of the family.
Because you haven't
You
heard
don't hear
nobody.
about 'em.
Yeah, nobody's
But
really said
the father's
anything.
side of the family,
Mhm.
you're making fools out of
Mhm.
yourselves. These people, family members,
Mm-hmm.
have actually gone to. They're in London right now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're set to do a morning program.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good Morning Britain, I think it was.
Good Morning Britain,
Mm-hmm.
or Britain in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Britain in the morning, something like that.
But they're going to give their thoughts on Meghan and talk about Meghan's childhood and stuff like
Mhm.
that. You know, I just find it really low class,
Mm-hmm.
lowbrow, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And shame on you
Mm-hmm.
for trying to cash in
Mm-hmm.
on your sister's happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But like I said, if he were marrying my sister, first of all, I'd have to tell my sister, I think he would rather be with me than with you. But if you want to do that, if you want to be a princess, I don't want to be a princess.
Harry,
I'm already a big enough queen. I don't need. Being the
Harry's
queen,
a
don't.
very, very attractive.
He is a very attractive
young
man. Good for you, Megan. Good for you, girl.
Good for you.
Good, you get some. Get you some. Get
You
you
have to do the
some.
duck lips when you do.
Get you some.
Get some ginger. Eat that gingerbread.
You know,
man.
it's interesting to find out how those kids are going to be gorgeous.
Ooh, girl.
And I hope they have shocking red hair.
Listen, I have a friend
Mm-hmm.
who has a baby daddy,
Mhm.
which is not an expression I like to use,
Mhm.
by the way, but it's fun to say. It is fun to say.
It is fun to say.
Baby daddy, who is white. Well, she's mixed race.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually, funny enough, she's actually English.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well,
Mm-hmm.
her redheaded husband had given her a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, bitch, that baby's going to be so white,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to think you are kidnapping. And guess what? Her baby is as white as hell
Mhm.
and beautiful.
Mhm.
Ooh, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, put her in tap class. Put her in, we need vocal lessons. We need to get this
Mhm.
girl, we need to get this girl in some classes
Mm-hmm.
and we need Mariah Carey out of this girl.
Well, if there's that kind of talent in that family, otherwise I'd go for scientist, doctor. You know, the boring nerd stuff that I
Well, her daddy's a deadbeat.
like. Mm-hmm.
And I hope you're listening. Your baby mama said so.
Mm-hmm.
Deadbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Oh, girl, and you know she's gonna be listening to this.
Mhm.
I didn't say her name now.
Mm-mm. You did not. Please don't. Mm-mm.
I won't.
No, we're not gonna say the
Because
names.
we're doing the.
Because we're also
YouTube.
we're also doing it on YouTube. So now we have to.
Oh, we're gonna do the YouTube. Now we're on
the
are we on
YouTube. We're doing
Facebook
the.
Live. We're not live.
No, we're on YouTube. We're not live.
Oh,
though.
we're not live.
This is a recording. Don't
Thank
don't
you,
worry.
Lord. But you know what? Neither one of us want to edit, so you get what you get.
You get what you
bitches.
get. That's how we do our show. You get, like I said, I had to do one slight edit, and all the shows we've done.
And
what,
we
16
fought,
episodes.
and we fought like
Mhm.
cats and
Mhm.
dogs all day.
Actually, it wasn't a fight. I
felt
laughed
bad
so
behind
hard.
it. I felt bad behind it because Joel was coming hard at me. He was like, and I went, so see,
Mhm.
enough said about that.
Yes, enough said about that. Enough.
This
said-
just in. I have notes, you know. I keep notes,
I just do everything impromptu, so
and
and just
we both
go off the
usually
cuff.
do. But we're doing
Mhm.
topics sometimes. Wait, I'm just bringing out my notes now.
Oh, by the way,
What?
dear gay community, I'd like you back. You know, I love the bar scene and everything, but not all of us like to go out and drink all the time.
Y'all, excuse me, I just belched like a
Can-
motherfucker.
Can we get some coffee houses, some places to go to hang out?
Joe,
I
those
miss
days are
that.
over.
I know. I miss those days. Oh, so
Well,
miss those days.
Those
And
days
I
are
really
over.
wish the kids had like the places that we had to go. You know, I love going to the coffee shop that was that's El Real now, right here on Montrose.
Oh, really?
Yes, in Montrose used to be a fabulous coffee house and bookstore because I'd go there and when I say bookstore, you gays know I mean a regular bookstore, not
Now
a
you guys
bookstore.
know what other
Mhm.
bookstores are.
Yeah, if you're gay,
He
you know
didn't
what
mean those
Mm,
bookstores.
No, I didn't mean that.
Neither one of us have
Although,
ever been to any place like that.
Well,
That's
if you-
disgusting.
if you heard one of our podcasts, yes, we did. But we were younger, and it was necessary. We were
What
much
about
younger.
necessary.
Well, I mean, come on, we're single, and you know, sometimes you have needs, and you didn't want anybody to get hurt, so
Shout out to the 45 bookstore.
Mhm.
I was 16. The
Mhm.
cops almost arrested me,
Mhm.
and he said, "Stop!"
Mhm.
And it stopped.
Why did it stop?
I don't know. I yelled, "Stop!"
Did you get? Hold on. Oh,
What?
I'm still recording the podcast. Okay, I guess this is not good. Hold on, let me see. Hey, I think we may have lost you there for a second. Oh, good lord.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, we lost you. Hey, audience. Welcome back to the show, because we lost you there for a few minutes.
And damn, the show is so good without you. I think we should fucking sit here and talk to each other.
I know. We're having actually a really good time just talking to each other.
We've known each other for almost 30 years, so we should just sit here and fucking talk to each other.
We don't need to be talking to you.
What?
We don't care.
Yeah, so fuck you. What are you doing in my house?
We just went, fuck you. We don't need to talk to you.
Yeah, apparently. Why are you here?
We stopped at the 14:34 mark because we were trying to record on YouTube. YouTube, unfortunately, went off after a certain amount of time. I put it on pause to try to fix the issues, and then here we are talking for like 5 minutes.
Are you sure that pause light is on?
No, it's not on. No.
We're recording.
We're at 15:33 and we are recording. So we are good. We are good.
Shit.
Here we go. Here we
Again.
go. A series of
Listen,
unfortunate events.
You can only extract so much fucking funny out of one person. I don't know how much funny I have left.
We are being tested and pushed to the limit. Pushed to the limit. But we are going to pull shit out of our asses and make this work.
See,
and I said that through gritted teeth, by the way.
Everybody could hear that.
Mm-hmm. To make this work, we gonna make it work. Mm-hmm. And it's Tim. Was it Tim Gunn? Is it Tim Gunn?
Tim Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Make it work.
He is such a classy fellow. I love.
Tim
Gunn.
He's not married, and he said that his heart was broken by his last husband. To the point that he will never, ever get married or involved with another man. All right, here's my thing.
Okay.
I've never been involved with a man like husbands, you know, as they say, booed up. I've never been booed up. And I may never be. I've enjoyed myself with men. I'm a serial monogamous. They're not. But that's the nature of... I knew what I was getting into when I did it. So I don't have a problem with that. You know, I don't. But don't come home like the Nazi, that the guy that I dated tricked with for years, and tell me about your sexual conquest. Especially, no, I'm just saying, don't do that. No, that's not cool.
You know, I feel for Tim Gunn. I really do. I have been in love a few times, and it didn't work out, but it didn't. And it did stop me for a little bit, but at the same time, it still left me with the idea of maybe I might want to try it again. I knew what my mistakes were. Trust me, I know what my mistakes are when it comes to men, so I can recognize it a lot quicker than I used to. I know I have a thing for sorry ass men who can't get their shit together, because I always want to get their shit together, but we're not doing that anymore. I'm trying to get my own stuff together. I don't have time to get yours.
Well, the men I sleep with are successful, but they don't want to commit. And frankly, I was okay with that. But I've always wanted to commit. But I've never found the right guy.
And I still think that the right guy is out there.
Oh, no, I haven't given up hope. As long as I've got a breath in my body, there's hope to find the right guy.
And you know what gets me? What's so funny. What gets me is the fact that when I sit around with younger queens who are like, "Oh, I'm never gonna get married. I'm never gonna find anybody." I'm like, "Bitch, you 20-something years old. You'll find somebody."
Oh yeah.
You will find somebody. You'll be all right.
And then he's gonna fuck you over, and then you'll find somebody.
Yeah,
else.
Exactly. That's just life. You will find somebody.
But I've never put forth the effort, honestly. And it's honey, I take full responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I say honey, I'm talking to y'all, and I'm talking to Joel. But I take full responsibility for the fact that I don't search
Mhm.
and try and find this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You know, it's so confusing. You're either told to look for it, and then people go, "Well, maybe you're looking too hard. You just need to relax and let it happen."
See, I've been told.
And see, when I try to relax and let it happen, and then it doesn't happen, then I'm like,
"Oh, I'm stealing a puff."
you know what? I'm tired of listening to all this advice about how to find somebody. Look, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's not, it's not. I don't even give a shit anymore.
Well,
but I want to have a good time along the way.
I've been told
Mhm.
if you don't look, you'll find him.
Mhm.
Bitches, stop telling people,
Yeah,
whoever
exactly.
you are out there, stop
Mhm.
telling people if you don't look,
Mhm.
he'll come to you. Bullshit.
Mhm. And I have to say
It
that
ain't never happened.
I have.
You got to look.
Mhm. And I
You have to.
And trust me, I have seen a lot of relationships hit the toilet, and these were the same people who are like, "Oh, you just have to find love like I found love," and blah 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 blah. And even at the beginning, I went, "You call this love? I don't want this," because I already knew from the beginning y'all weren't gonna last. So I just went along with it, and when, you know, that's always been the biggest irritation for me, is when people who do find somebody or who think they're in love with somebody, then they want to give you advice, and then they make you feel bad because you're single,
Right?
and all this
I'm
other
done
stuff.
with
And I'm
that.
like, you know what?
And the next
No.
motherfucker who
Mhm.
says that to me
Mm-hmm.
is going to be called a motherfucker
Yeah, exactly.
and told to shut the fuck up.
Bitch, I'm happy. What you?
And I'm trying not to use the
Mhm.
F word, but sometimes it just takes the F
Mhm.
word.
You know, I just look at them and go, "Bitch, I'm happy. I don't have a lot to worry about. I pay my bills. I do everything I need to do. I have a good time with the people that I have a good time with, and that's all there is to it. If somebody comes along and wants to have more of a good time, I'm here. But I'm not even worried about it anymore because I'm tired
No,
Of listening to
what
advice
she's-
from people.
What she's trying to say is she's torn.
mm-hmm, of listening to advice from people who are, at quote, unquote, in love, trying to give me advice or trying to make me feel bad about being single."
And you know what
Mhm.
it is?
Mhm.
It's actually shade when somebody says how
Mhm.
wonderful they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And how are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit.
That's the
just
ultimate-
all kind of shit.
That's all kinds of shade right there. That is all kinds of shade. And when married people get together and they want to invite you places or what have you, they always put you in these awkward situations where they're like, "Oh, well, so and so over there is gay. Why don't you just go over there and say hello?"
Yeah, because it works that way.
But yeah, because that's how it works. We just automatically just get together.
We're just gonna have sex
Mhm,
because we're
mhm.
both gay.
Yeah, exactly. Bitch, y'all need to stop doing
But
that.
Y'all really.
Y'all need
And
to stop doing
we're
that.
not trying to hate on straight
Mhm,
people,
mhm.
but seriously,
Mm-mm. And by the way,
that's the way it works.
Mhm.
Simply because I love men,
Mhm.
that man is
Mhm.
gonna love me
and
because he's gay.
Mhm.
Well, that's not the way.
that's not how it works. Just let everything happen. If there's another gay guy in the room, we'll figure it out.
Oh,
Don't even say a
trust
word.
me, I'll know it.
Yeah, you don't even have to say a word.
Yeah.
If you invite me someplace and you happen to invite some other person who's gay, don't say anything about it. Just say, "Hey, mingle, have a good time, do what you do." And that's it. And that's all you have to do. And if the two gay guys in the room decide to meet up,
Find each other, so to speak.
mm-hmm,
They find each
they
other.
find each other. And that's it. And you know what? Half the time, I might not even like him. But if I like him enough that we can be
If I'm at a
friends.
straight party
Mm-hmm,
and he's at a straight party,
mm-hmm,
he's trying to be
mm-hmm.
the only gay guy
Mhm.
there, and he's got all the jokes and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, because
I've been in those situations, and I took that gay guy aside and said, "Bitch, this is my house. These are my friends. I don't know what the
We
fuck
do-
you think you're doing,
we
but
do get a little territorial.
this is my house
Mm-hmm,
of straights.
mm-hmm,
I love the straights.
mm-hmm,
Little Britain
mm-hmm.
is a show,
Mhm. Yeah.
on BBC
Mhm.
back in the day, and there was a character who said, "I'm the only gay in the village."
Mm-hmm.
I like being the only gay in the village. don't fuck with my status.
Mm-mm.
If there's another queen that comes into my world
Mhm.
with my straight friends, I'm like, get it straight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only gay
Mhm.
guy here.
And I can guarantee you, I have done that many a time when I'm sitting with one of my straight friends and another gay man comes over and tries to hit on my straight friend, and then I have to politely tell them, sweetie, he's not gay. Oh my God, all these men here are gay. No,
See,
they're
we're
not.
getting on the
Mm.
subject of
No, we're not.
the gays
Mhm.
that think
Mm-hmm.
that every man is an
Mm-hmm.
8 league gay.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? They're not.
They're not.
That's like saying every man is an 8 league straight.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, there ain't a straight bone in my body.
Mm-hmm.
And I refuse. Well, frankly, I know
Mm-hmm.
that straight men are straight men and gay men are
Mhm.
gay men.
Mm-hmm.
And no,
Mhm.
we can be friends with straight people,
Mhm.
but girl,
Mm-hmm.
stop trying to have sex with men who are not gay.
Yeah, exactly. Because because I had to take the claws.
Don't get shot. You could get shot.
Because I had to take the claws out and go, bitch, you need to move on.
Mhm.
You need to move on. I have told you once. If I have to tell you a second time, finger up.
Up, finger up.
And you know what happens when finger goes up? It goes up. You about to get
Y'all, she has
not shade,
She
red.
has Joel
Red.
has a pointed finger. It is so.
Red. It's a little crooked, but
It's real.
Mhm.
No, it's real. When his finger goes up,
and when it starts waving back and forth, a fight is about to happen.
it's not going to be cute.
And it's not gonna be
gonna
cute. It's not gonna be cute. And I'm not fixing to make. If I had to make a fool out of myself in front of a bunch of heterosexuals, you gonna die that day. You gonna die.
Oh my gosh.
You don't want to do that. So when you are politely asked
To leave it alone.
to leave it alone and move on,
Mhm.
move on.
Move on.
hmm Because I'm having a good time with my friends, and
It
I
just made me think of an Alison Moyet song.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Move out.
Mhm. Mhm.
I hesitate to do any more because we could not, we could not be published, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
So all I'm saying is
Mhm.
move out.
He wanted to sing something copyrighted. We can't do it, so
Can't do it.
can't do it. We
But
understand.
I have to go and make a drink.
hmm
So
Go ahead and make a drink, girl.
I can yell from the kitchen.
You can yell from the kitchen if
What
you
you
want.
want to say?
You can yell from. I don't really think I have anything to say other than I'm going to put this on blast while you make a drink.
What you gonna put on
So you guys will listen to a little music while you do that.
Music.
Listen to a little music. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Stick around. We have more shows. We have more to come.
3 minutes. What the hell? What kind of music is that? What kind of music is that?
Well, it's an idea. And we're back. Well, Randy, Randy's gonna take a little bit of he'll make a little bit of a drink, and
we're
I
good,
will hold the
but
show
we're
down.
Good, we're good.
We're good. I will hold the show down
Well,
while
for a
you do
minute.
your thing.
I'm doing my thing.
While you do your thing, and
Well-
I will continue to talk, girl. I got this.
Okay.
I got this. You go do your
Oh,
thing, girl.
girl.
All right, girl.
Gail.
Mm-hmm.
Get it together. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
So, a couple of things I want to throw out here. I don't know if Randy saw the video for Childish Gambino. It was the most amazing thing artistically I've ever seen. And it got me to thinking about what it's like to be a black person in American society. And I want to put this out here because I think it needs to be said. I am a very proud black man. When I wake up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror, I see a beautiful black man every day. No matter what the world throws at me for being that beautiful person, doesn't bother me in the least. Because I feel like that's the way that I was taught to be. And that I must always hold my head up under any situation. Even if that situation turns out to be sometimes one of the worst situations ever. And trust me, all those videos of all the people that I've seen where the police were called because of ridiculous situations or what have you, I've been in those situations.
What situation are you talking about?
I'm talking about the barbecue incident,
Oh,
which was the
I
silliest
can't help
thing.
but laugh. I can't help it.
It's just so
That
silly.
was so fucking stupid.
Mhm.
That bitch needs to mind her own
Mhm.
damn business.
Mhm.
And you know what? You are not the damn police.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not
And this really gets back to the point.
calling out people on city ordinances.
Mhm.
Are you fucking kidding
Mhm.
me? That is the...
Mhm.
Listen, there are many instances when people call race
Mhm.
racist, you know,
Mhm.
but this is a shining example of racism. This bitch stopped on her walk, and by the way, bitch, you need to walk some more. Stop on her walk, and she needs to stop.
Mhm.
You know, she needs to stop walking. Keep
Mhm.
on walking, bitch, because you're
Mhm.
fat as hell. And police. Oh my God.
Mhm.
And of course,
Mhm.
she's not cute enough for that
Mhm.
particular voice, but I'm just gonna do
Mhm.
it. Oh my God.
Mhm.
There are like black people congregating
Mhm.
in the park. Like she was worried about some kind of fucking race
I
riot.
know.
Bitch, mind your own damn business, fat ass Gladys Kravitz, and move the fuck on. Just keep walking, bitch. It's none of your business. City ordinance, and then the police
Mhm.
whooped her ass,
Mhm.
so to speak,
Mhm.
verbally, and she was crying.
Mhm.
Well, you should be crying because you made a
Because
fool out of your
you-
damn self.
You not only
Wasted.
did a racist act, you wasted the police's time when they
Exactly.
could have been doing real work.
Real work.
Because, and by the way, they were on the side of the park where you could have charcoal.
But
This is the whole funny thing, because this is in Oakland, California. There are two sides to the lake park that they were at,
Mhm.
where you
Mhm.
can't grill, but on one side you can do it with charcoal, which seems silly.
oh, it
On
is
one
silly.
side you can do charcoal, on the other you can use like
I
electric
didn't
grills.
know that there were two sides.
Yeah, it's
But I knew that there
silly.
were actual
Mhm.
structural
Mhm.
barbecues.
Mhm.
But girl,
Girl,
nobody wants
They
to.
were just it was just two people out enjoying the
And
day.
girl, so what?
by
They
the
rolled
lake.
out their own fucking barbecue pit.
Yeah, exactly.
So the fuck what?
Exactly.
Mind your own fucking
And
business.
you are an educated
bitch.
You're an educated woman, and you know Randy made a point off the show
Nope, don't say it.
Randy made a point off the show where he said that just goes to show you that educated people are just as ignorant as the rest of us, and that really
Okay.
that
was the best way to say that.
Mhm.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
and
Because I'm not trying to get killed.
well, when Randy said it, it made me realize that yes,
Yeah.
that's a real statement.
Yeah.
This wasn't a redneck walking through the park or trailer trash or any of the other stuff that you might want to call.
No.
This was
is
a
person
professor.
who's a professor.
Who's
Are
a
you
professor?
kidding?
She has a class where there are black people in that class.
You know what, though? I have to
Mhm.
say, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm very reticent to call somebody out
Mm-hmm.
for racism. That bitch is a racist.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Ain't no way how mama
Mm-hmm.
hearing this story would say, honey, I don't mean to be rude, but you're a fucking racist.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And
Because when I saw that story, I couldn't help but laugh. I'm
Mhm.
laughing now
Mhm.
because it's so ludicrous.
Mm-hmm.
Not the rap artist ludicrous. Because,
Oh no,
well,
he is fine.
oh girl.
He is fine.
Stop.
He is
See, I was trying not to
I
say
know.
that.
We're
Woo,
you know we
Ludacris.
can get serious, but
Shout
sometimes
out to Ludacris, honey.
honey, because you
Woo, shut up.
Shut up.
Damn, Ludacris.
Mhm. But still,
You can be as ludicrous as you want to in my house.
Exactly.
Just flat out play.
Mm,
Clown, bitch.
mm.
Clown.
It's getting hot in here.
It's getting. No,
That's not ludicrous, is it?
no, it's not.
Okay, it doesn't
It's
matter. It doesn't matter.
Girl. That's
just-
that.
ooh, we
that
saw it,
train wreck.
Ludacris.
That train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Who's never gonna be the same.
Oh.
We won't mention his
We
name.
won't mention his
But
name.
everybody knows who is
Mhm.
getting hot in here is,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
guess what?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't never gonna be the same.
Oh, I think that's Nelly.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Lord,
Look, girl.
listen. The end is near when I know more about rap music
I know.
than Joel does.
I know.
But then again, and it's not
Mhm.
because he's black, it's because
Mhm.
I don't know anything about rap, and Joel doesn't either,
Mm-hmm.
apparently. But I know who he is, but
Mhm.
I'm not going to say anything about him.
All I know is I keep hearing that song at weddings.
His name
Heterosexuals
is-
love that
he's,
song at weddings.
They had a bicycle
Mhm.
out with his name.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The bicycle is BMX.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can ferret out who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
It's getting.
Mm, yeah, no, he is a complete mess. But still.
Ooh, a hot mess. He was even on
Mm-mm.
Iyanla Fix My Life. And
Mhm.
by the way, Iyanla, who in the hell are you to fix somebody's life when you've been bankrupt 3 times,
Mhm.
married 2 times?
Mhm. Actually, that's the person I would want to listen to simply because you've already gone through all this shit, so you know how to do better.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. So you don't want to listen to the perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect person.
No, there
There is,
isn't.
and we need to stop with all of that. There is no such
No,
thing as a
no, I
perfect.
don't know anybody. who's
Every
perfect.
human being, even our heroes,
There is nobody perfect.
are human beings who
alive and walking on
Mhm.
this planet. Nobody's perfect.
No, nobody's perfect. Everybody
I
makes
know
mistakes.
who is perfect,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
I know
Mhm.
y'all don't want to hear religion, so,
Mhm.
but y'all know who he
Mhm.
is, and his
That-
name is Jesus.
Joel.
And it's not Joel, it's Jesus.
But you know, like I
But-
said, I.
And he's coming back.
Mm-mm. And by the way,
Brace yourselves.
because we do have a little bit of time for this, I have actually wanted to have this discussion because but now I actually feel like I'm not really that afraid to have this discussion. You know, I read something on the internet.
Oh Lord, he's reading the internet.
Yes, Queen, yes.
Girl, I'm concerned, but go ahead.
Where
Don't blaspheme.
there was an article.
Don't blaspheme.
There was an article about the fact that, and it was a very downer article, and I hate downer articles because I have hope for the world. I have hope. I see little things that happen in the world that makes me feel that there is some hope. But this article was not very hopeful, and it talked about the fact that we may never get rid of we may never get rid of racism in the gay community, which
Racism in the gay community?
yes, we will never get rid of it. And I'm like, I don't think that's true.
I don't
I honestly don't think that's true.
I don't know that they're. I don't
Let me-
know.
Let me
Go ahead. I'm
tell
listening,
let me
girl.
tell a little bit of a story.
Girl, I'm listening.
My co-host here, we did a show like several episodes ago where he went on a rant about fetishizing
Oh yes.
races of people.
Yes. Yes.
And
And
it
I hope y'all
was
listen
the
to
most
that.
amazing rant I had ever heard.
But I hope
because
y'all listen to that because there's truth in that.
there was truth in the fact that when it comes to white gay males, and he made that very clear.
Oh, very clear.
He made that very clear. When it came to white gay males fetishizing other races and saying how wrong it was and how awful and terrible it really is.
And that's the epitome of racism, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. When it's in the gay community, it hurts a lot more. It really hurts a lot more because when I came out as a gay man, I wanted to be accepted by the gay community. But then when I still had to deal with certain issues from
Yeah.
other gay men who said things that made me go, well, why would you even say that? That is the most awful thing.
And
to
I'm
say.
smiling. I'm smiling because it's so ridiculous.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say ludicrous again because
Mhm.
it brings up thoughts of ludicrous.
Yes, it does.
I don't want to talk about that.
Mhm.
But I will. I'm smiling because
Mhm.
it's so ridiculous.
Mhm.
Men have actually said, "Ooh, you're my favorite piece of chocolate."
Mhm.
Are you kidding
Mhm.
me?
Exactly.
That you don't find that racist?
Mhm.
How do you get your head around saying that to somebody?
You know, when it's not even that. It's more in the lines of we
I can't
were,
help but laugh. It's so stupid.
and I think you were there. Yes, I went to see a show with you. We were at our local bar called Michael's Outpost, which, by the way, we love Michael's Outpost.
We do. I'm actually on their website.
Mhm. We love Michael's Outpost. It's just a little hole-in-the-wall dive gay
I
bar.
wouldn't say hole in the wall, Joe. It's a
But-
nice.
Where you can be.
It's
your-
a nice,
Mhm.
friendly neighborhood
Yeah,
bar.
Yes, and it's very rare in the gay community to have a bar where you can just be yourself
And relax.
and relax. You don't have to get dressed up.
We're not getting paid, by the way, by
We're not
Michael's,
getting
but if
paid.
Michael's
Mhm.
Outpost
Mhm.
wants to pay us. We
Mhm.
are certainly going to take that check.
Where we can actually go and we can sit at the bar and we can
Mhm.
have wonderful conversations. And we went one time. We had a potluck dinner.
Ooh, it was
And
so good.
we-
And tonight's the night, by the way.
Mhm. Have a
And I'm a little hungry, too.
have a potluck dinner and talk to the older queens who have been through stuff.
Yeah.
And they were always there to talk to me about how it was when they were coming up.
Right.
And everything else. And it
Yeah.
made me realize how lucky I am. I'm 50 years old. We're both 50. And when you have men who are older than us, we'll talk about how they would look at us and go, you bitches don't realize how good you have it.
Yeah.
You have it good. You have it good.
Yeah.
And when I explained, well, you know, we went through the AIDS thing and all this other stuff, and
Mhm.
they would still look at us and go, but y'all fought against that, and y'all are still doing good.
Mhm.
Y'all have it good. So we didn't have it good. We had to do what we had to do to survive.
Right.
And to listen to those stories it's so amazing.
Yeah.
It is so amazing. And by the way, I will throw in this little thing. I sometimes like to go to Michael's Outpost in a tight little T-shirt and some jeans on because I know I'm going to get my drinks bought. And by the way, like I said, I'm an older man. To have men go, oh look, the kid has walked into the bar.
You digress
Mhm.
from your point,
Mhm.
but the truth is,
Well, the truth is,
the
the
point
point is that when you can go to a place where you can actually relax and not have to worry or try to put on airs or anything else.
and
like-
nobody calls you chocolate.
Nobody calls you chocolate. Nobody does any of that. But there was one instance where I did feel the sting of that. Was the first time I felt the sting of what racism in the gay community is. Was when I was watching your show. You you were doing karaoke and you were singing, and I was sitting at the bar, and there were these two men who came walking in, and they were way older, and they were dressed very European. They were super rich, and they were dressed very European. And I made the comment, "You look like something out of a Fellini movie." And he looked at me and turned around and said, "I never expected someone like you to make that reference."
Ooh!
And I went, "I don't even know how to take that."
Yeah, because what did he mean that? Now, he could have meant that you were young.
Mm-hmm. At first I thought that, but
then,
the more that I talked to him, the more that I realized, and he kept going, I love black people, and I blah, 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 and I went, oh, good Lord, here we are. I just made one little reference, and...
That's like saying, if it's any consolation, I like watermelon.
Yeah, exactly.
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 Like, what? Wait,
I can deal with the Ebony Princess and the chocolate stuff and all this other stuff because that's fetishism, and I understand that. But when you have someone who you're trying to have a conversation with, and they are shocked that you know certain things about this because of the color of your skin, and you're gay, on top of it, it's kind of hurtful. It really is, because when I didn't feel like I belonged, I always felt like I belonged in the gay community, and
of course you do, because you are a gay man.
Yes, of course. But when I had to deal with that for the first, and like I said, it's not the first time I dealt with that. It's just the fact that it got tiring after a while. I don't want to be perceived as just a black guy with a big dick. I never wanted to be perceived as that.
Oh, and by the way, not all black men have big dicks.
No, and
as a man who's been, I've said I don't want to talk about my sex life, so I won't. But I will say this: that is kind of, I'm going to say, kind of a stereotype. Kind of a stereotype, but y'all need to stop with these. I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't want to go on a rant, but I will say this, because y'all need to go back and listen to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, if you have a fetish for a certain race of people, you're a racist.
Yeah, you're pretty much.
You don't understand that you're a racist, but you're objectifying a race of people. That makes you a racist. Don't you understand the core meaning of racism? Yeah, well. And if you only like fat guys, you're a weightist.
No one likes to be liked for a certain physical
No,
attribute.
and let me tell you something, Joel, and Afro Puff is what I call the microphone, Afro Puff, which is y'all. I have been with guys, and I'm not going too much into detail, but I've been with guys who only like guys who are overweight. And then we get to the house, and he's like, you know what you need to do? You need to wear really tight t-shirts and really short shorts and let your belly hang out of your t-shirt. And, those tight shorts, those tight shorts, they show off your thighs. And I'm like, what the hell are you? Get out of my booth right now. Of course, I'm kidding about the booth.
I really think that what I would like to say to the millennials, and by the way, Randy has it right. Y'all are probably going to line us up against the wall to shoot us all. That's
girl,
fine.
we're not going to see Social Security.
And that's fine. That's fine.
Social Security. We're going to be filmed. We're going to be filmed being killed on Facebook Live.
Well, see, that's why I have a plan, because as long as Randy and I,
this bitch has a plan.
as long as Randy and I can at least start a new career and try to do shit so we can take care of ourselves when we're older, That's self-responsibility. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, that is what we're going to
We're
do because
trying.
that's what we're going to do because that's what we have to do. When we look around the world and see the fact that Louisiana is kicking out 97,000 seniors
What?
because they can't afford to pay Medicaid.
What?
Yep, eviction
Get
notices.
out.
Eviction notices. If you
No.
live in a nursing home and you receive a letter from the state of Louisiana, you are getting kicked out of your nursing home because they can't afford Medicaid. By the way, you paid in the Medicaid.
Oh, we all pay.
Everybody pays. So to have the state tell you that they can't afford it, you need to sue the state because you worked your entire life for your Medicaid benefits. You should get your Medicaid benefits.
My father and
Mhm.
mother are the last
Mm-hmm.
people who are ever going to get
Mm-hmm.
those kind of benefits.
You're not going to get them.
And honey,
Mm-hmm.
where I work,
Mm-hmm.
I see people who are retired
Mhm.
all the time, and
Mhm.
God bless them. Girl, they are working it.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
they're
have
wealthy.
to.
They're still wealthy
Mm-hmm.
because of the system.
Mm-hmm.
The system that still
Mhm.
works for them.
Mhm.
The system that
Mm-hmm.
these fucking millennials,
Mhm.
girl, bam, we're
Gone.
dead. Dead.
Gone.
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 That's
Mhm.
right.
You know.
That's my machine gun fire.
An older person told me when I was 25. An older person told me, "Huh, I'm a baby boomer. I'm gonna get all my shit. You ain't gonna
Yep,
get.
you ain't gonna get
shit.
nothing.
You ain't gonna get nothing. I'll be dead,
Dead
And I'm
and gone.
dead and gone, and you ain't gonna get shit."
And I want my parents to have every comfort
Mhm.
possible. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but guess what? We
We ain't not gonna have
nothing.
That's why.
So we need to come together
Mhm.
and listen, y'all.
That's why we gotta
I'm
fix.
talking to the gay men out there
Mhm.
who are our age.
Mhm.
We need to get this shit
We have to get together, girl.
together.
We have to get together
And
because we have to
need
take care of each other.
Create a consortium.
Mhm.
And this is no shit. I'm not
Mhm.
playing. We need to create a consortium of gay men who want to live in a place
Mhm.
where we can all be happy
Mm-hmm.
and get some tax dollars
Mm-hmm.
in our 60s. We need to get there. We need to try to get there. Like I said,
No,
it
we
ain't
have-
gonna happen.
We basically have to take care of each other.
We could make it happen. What I'm
We
saying
have to
is
make
we
it
could
happen.
make it happen.
We have to
We
make it
could
happen.
buy property,
Mm-hmm.
all of us together. That's what I meant by a consortium. I don't know.
No, you meant it right. You
No,
said it
no,
right.
I know what I'm saying. I just
You said
don't
it
know
right.
if people understand what a consortium is. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but not everybody's as smart as we are,
Mhm.
darling. There are straight people listening. Ooh, I'm kidding. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
no, we need to get together, figure out a way to find our own place.
Yes, exactly.
And
'Cause
we'll
we-
expound upon that
Mm-hmm.
at some other time, but
We got to take care of each other. We have got to take care of each other. We as gay people have to take care of each other because the future is very bleak if we don't.
no, it's true.
It's very bleak if we don't. And as much as Randy has said, we got it good right now, but that could change in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
That could change in a heartbeat. And if we don't start fixing the issues that we have in our own community and fixing them fast, we are going to be left with nothing. And we are going to be lined up
And shot.
So we have got to start fixing our own shit now. Now.
Right now.
We have to fix our own shit now because if we don't do it, we cannot depend on the government.
On the government? The government's going to turn against us.
Yeah.
This country is going, and I'm sure a lot of you want it to, but, and I know that politics is not something we should talk about, but the truth is, this country's going socialist.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We're not going to be revered as old people
Mm-mm.
in that system. We're going to be
Burden.
thought of as
Burdens.
burdens, and we got to get out.
We got to get our shit together now.
You know,
It's time.
We've got to get it together.
It's time.
And if we have to buy land in the country, girl,
Mm-hmm. That's what we have to do.
that's what we have to do, and we've got to get some
Mhm.
people over there to build some cap. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie, that M. Sham Marama Ding Dong movie.
M. Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That he made, you know, about them living in the wilderness,
Mm-hmm.
which wasn't a wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie because it sort of made sense.
Mm-hmm. We
That life
Mm-hmm.
could be our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to get it together.
Mm-hmm. We got to fix all this shit now, because if we don't fix it now,
We have no future.
we have no future. So if you're listening to the sound of our voices,
Mhm.
young and old, if we don't get this shit together now, yeah, we need to fix all this shit now.
Well, we need you young people actually to build the cabins. So.
Exactly.
No, what we need to do is buy a fucking
Mm-hmm.
hotel or motel.
Yeah, exactly.
Get together, take all of our resources,
And put it-
sell whatever you got,
Mm-hmm.
and buy. I don't know what one of those.
A commune. We need to buy some
Well, no,
farmland. We
a
need
commune is perfect.
yeah.
We need to bring back the communes, honey,
Mm-hmm.
but with bathing. 'Cause
Mhm.
I'm not trying to smell
No.
on these.
I don't
nasty-
think we have to worry about that, but you know, we really do need the idea of the fact that we have to take care of each other.
We do.
We do have to take care of each other, and if we don't start now, we're going to be fucked. So
We are.
here's the call out to every gay man of every age. You have to look at how the world is right now.
Yes.
You have to look at it.
And
We have it like
We
like
have
Randy
rights.
said. We have rights and we have it good right now, but that could change in a
that
heartbeat.
could change in a heartbeat. And by the way, y'all need to stop asking for Donald Trump to be impeached. Guess what? He does not hate gay people, and Pence does. So get you some Pence, bitches. I'm just saying. Donald Trump himself has said, you don't want Pence in office.
And by the way, Pence is having
Pence is evil.
Pence is having a lot more influence on Trump than Trump had before. Y'all, we have to get it together. We have to get it together.
We have to get
We
together.
have to solve all this shit now. We have to work together as
While
a
we have
together.
our rights.
While we have everything we can do
and
right now.
guess what? Guess
Mhm.
what? Our rights could go away like
just
that.
like that. So we have to get it together. We have to take care of ourselves.
But I don't think politics.
Mhm.
Ugh, whatever. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
we've got fuck politics. We've got to stop relying on the government
Mm-hmm.
for anything.
Yeah, we've got to take
We've
care of
got
ourselves.
to take care of our. Can't we just seriously
Mm-hmm.
just get together? And you know,
Mm-hmm.
we have to create our own culture.
Mm.
They already accuse us of having a culture.
Mhm.
Can't we? Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's not much time left. So,
Oh, we have a couple of minutes.
well,
we can
you
still
know,
go.
you lesbians, I don't mean no harm. You lesbians have to come into this with us.
Yeah, exactly.
I know y'all have issues.
We have issues.
We have issues, but
We need to come
we
together.
need to come together.
We need to come together because
We need to love one another.
Mhm.
Oh,
I don't
God.
think. I would like to say this. I don't really care if you love us. We need to respect one another.
Exactly.
Respect is the big
Respect
thing.
is the big thing.
We need to
We
respect
need
one
to
another
come together
and fix this shit and fix it soon because we
very
don't,
soon.
because the clock is ticking. The clock
He's
is
not
ticking.
even wearing a watch. He's clicking on this.
The clock is ticking,
Wrist.
and we only got a few seconds left, and we're going to say goodbye. But we just want all the gays and lesbians to know that we have got to fix our own shit. We got to
have
do it
to
now.
fix it.
Now.
And we can.
Mhm.
Seriously, if
But the-
anybody can do it,
We can do it. We can do it. So we're going to say goodbye
Goodbye.
and goodbye.
Goodbye.